Taylor Frankie Paul.
I have entity with you.
What
I'm
empathy do you have?
allowing.
You just pushed me to the garage.
We're back with a part 2 after the Queen of Mom Talk continues to make headlines after being the subject of multiple domestic violence investigations involving her ex.
If she's in a really bad place, I don't actually feel safe at all with that.
Okay.
But police in Utah just released to us photos, texts, interviews, and of course body cam video. We're taking you through all of it.
I would like to get my attorney present for that.
This is Inside the Crime presented by Law&Crime. I'm Elizabeth Millner. Will Mom Talk survive this? It's a question that's often asked on the hit reality show. It seemed for a while they might have actually been on the brink because of the domestic violence allegations between Taylor Frankie Paul and her ex, Dakota Mortensen, with one of the alleged incidents happening just months ago.
And DCFS has already reached out to you guys. And
I just did a protective order thing.
Okay.
So, because technically her day would be later tonight is when he would get him back. And so I think that's why I'm more nervous about everything, because her, the other kid's dad, he's taking them from her right now. So
we're going to get back to this. But before we do, let's just rewind a bit. Well, actually a few days earlier from this March 19th, 2026 interaction. It's February 23rd, 2026. We're in Draper, Utah. It's just after 6:30 in the evening when 911 dispatch receives a call. The caller says his friend Dakota was allegedly assaulted by his ex-girlfriend, Taylor.
The incident happened at his child's mother's house, where she physically assaulted him. This has happened before, and she's currently on probation for domestic abuse. And he's got scratch marks on his neck, and like I said, it's happened on and off for a long time, and he's been trying to protect her essentially. He doesn't want her to get in trouble, but it's going on too long and too far. She ended up in the attack, she ended up breaking his car screen when she jumped in, his mirror, threw a drink in his car. She's just very unhinged at the moment.
The caller ID'd his friend as Dakota Mortensen, and the ex-girlfriend the caller is referring to is none other than Taylor Frankie Paul. The reason the caller says Dakota is reluctant to report Taylor is because of her, quote, celebrity status.
And I'm sorry, did you say this was his ex-girlfriend, or?
It is, yeah. There's a lot with that stuff going on, because she's the new bachelorette right now. But they've been on and off, and ex-girlfriend on and off the last little bit. And now, obviously, this assault thing happening.
And then you said he had scratches on his arms?
On his neck. That's how I found out. I'm like, dude, what happened to your neck? Don't worry about it. No, that's an actual scratch. Who'd you get that from? So I got the whole story out of him. I'm like, dude, we got to report this. This can't keep happening. She is out of control.
Yeah. Sure.
And there's been reports, he has so much video evidence on his camera roll, and honestly, I think he's just scared to do it alone. But he has video evidence of her hitting her own kids with the bar stool, trying to hit him, a bunch of videos of him attacking him, her attacking him. So we have countless evidence videos where this is just finally the straw that's breaking the camel's back, to where he's mentally kind of just numbed out right now and not acting the same. And I can't have that happen to him anymore. It's bad.
Right.
There's just 3 kids in that household, ages 8, 5, and then the one they have together is almost 2 years old.
Officers wanted to speak with Dakota directly, and this is what he told them, according to the case report. Dakota related that he had been in an on and off relationship with Taylor for a few years, and that her behavior has been manic. I directed him to focus on the specific Draper incidents. Dakota stated that on Sunday morning, February 22nd, 2026, he was in bed at Taylor's residence, with their shared 2-year-old son sleeping next to them. Taylor became angry about possible past relationships and began attacking him by grabbing his face and throat and scratching his neck. When he stood up, Taylor continued the assault and began shoving him into the window. Dakota eventually called 911. However, Taylor talked him out of reporting, and he lied to the dispatcher, stating that his son was sick. He then picked up his son and left the residence in his vehicle. Now, we have obtained that 911 call, so let's take a listen for ourselves.
Nope. What's the city and address of your emergency?
Yeah, my son. Okay, sorry, my son is just freaking out, and so I just. but he's good, I guess, now.
Okay, what's going on?
He was just kind of hurt and he wasn't doing well, so I was kind of freaking out, but I think he's good now.
Okay, is that him crying in the background?
Yeah.
Okay, is he sick or what's going on?
Yeah, I think he's sick because that's what he just did was threw up.
The case report goes on to state, Dakota continued that early the following Monday morning, he returned to Taylor's house. After being intimate, Taylor became angry again, mounted him, and grabbed his throat and screamed in his face. She then stood up and began throwing objects in the dark before throwing Dakota's cell phone at him, missing and embedding it in the drywall, leaving a hole in the wall. Taylor turned on the lights, prevented him from leaving by screaming and pushing him, then followed him to his vehicle and entered the front passenger seat. While Dakota was driving, Taylor kicked the center console touchscreen, punched the rearview mirror, hit him, and squeezed his face. Dakota shoved her off, causing her to hit her head on the center console screen. He drove back to Taylor's house, dropped her off, and told her he was going to call the police. Upon leaving again, Dakota received a text from Taylor stating she was gushing blood from her nose, and it would not stop. The message scared him from calling police. He quickly returned after she messaged that she needed help or was going to the ER, but Taylor did not answer the door. After that incident, Dakota completed a written statement. According to police, he confirmed he had been apprehensive to report previous incidents because of Taylor's public popularity and fear of the matter making news. If you think about the timing of this, it's about a month from Taylor's now canceled Bachelorette season premiering. Officers did make a visit to Taylor's house on February 25th, 2026. But she wasn't home, so they followed up with her on the phone.
Hi.
Hey, I just went by your house and no one was home. We wanted to make sure you were okay and then see if you had time to talk about something that occurred over the weekend.
Yeah, I would like to get my attorney present for that. What was it regarding?
Just an incident that occurred between you and Dakota over the weekend?
Okay, and how can I help you with that?
You asked for an attorney, so I don't want to ask you any further questions if that's what you want, because I don't want to violate your rights, okay?
Okay, but if I'm asking you what you wanted to tell me...
It's just in regards to the incident that occurred there and what happened. So, there's reports of something that happened.
Okay. There is a report.
Yes.
Okay, because my attorney says that there's no report.
Okay, there is a report. If he wants to put together a statement, he can email it to me if he wants.
Okay, is there anything else I need to do on my end?
No. Like you said, you wanted us to talk to your attorney. I just wanted, like I said, our main concern was making sure you were okay from the get-go. You're doing okay?
Yeah, I guess if you got a report of, from the other person, you're checking if I'm okay, which I know his story is not accurate, so I guess that kind of confuses me as well.
There was some concerns that there was an injury to you, and we were checking it. Wanted to come to your house to make sure you weren't injured in any way, and then kind of go from there. So,
and you're not allowed to say who said all this?
No, I told you who we were investigating. It was a case for Dakota.
Okay.
Okay, and then what I'd recommend, because this is a case, is don't contact him, don't make any statements to him, don't text message him. I would cut off all communication. If he communicates with you, just be like, at this time, I do not want to communicate.
Okay, and so
he charges or anything like that for anything. Okay.
Okay, sorry, I'm just a little confused. So he called and told injuries that I have.
Well, he mentioned that there was a possible injury, and our concern was to make sure you were okay, and then also to...
There was a possible injury?
Yes.
How does that even make sense?
Again, you mentioned wanting to talk to your attorney. So
okay.
He reported it. He said that there was some messaging that there was a possible injury, and we were checking on that because it sounds like he wasn't heard from, and then going to do some follow-up investigation.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, and if I let you know that I am okay, what does that do?
What's that? Nothing. It doesn't.
And if I let you...
We just want to make sure you're alive and healthy and breathing, and that you're not laying in your house and having injuries that need to be observed, like be seen medically. So that was our main concern.
Okay, and that's it?
That was one of the concerns, and then the investigation was also into what else was reported to have happened.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
The day after this phone call, Dakota reportedly uploaded 6 videos and 6 pictures of his injuries. According to the case report, this image was created on February 25th, 2026. It shows 2 scratches on the lower left side of Dakota's necks. The other images were from different times. For example, in this image created on April 15, 2025, Dakota appears to have a bruise on his leg right above the knee. This image from May 20th, 2023, which we can't show in full because of YouTube guidelines, shows Dakota with blood coming out of both nostrils. Officers noted it appeared slightly swollen and his eyes were bloodshot and watery. Now, Taylor did provide a statement through her attorney, and this is what it says according to the Draper PD offense report. In Taylor's statement, she invited Dakota over in the morning of the February 22nd, and they were laying in the bed talking with Redacted asleep on the same bed. She asked Dakota to leave, and he told her no. She asked him several more times, and he refused. She then removed the blankets and told him to leave again. He told her that this is child abuse and that she is done, and then called 911. He then told 911 that the baby was crying because he was sick, and he was calling to see if he should take him in. It goes on to say, on the same day Dakota dropped off their son for Taylor's scheduled day, Dakota asked if he could stay and hang out. Taylor says she responded by saying maybe if it was outside. Instead, Dakota dropped off their son, left, then texted her he wasn't doing well and couldn't stand to see her with anyone else. The report states Dakota then came back on February 23rd in the morning. They were talking inside, but Redacted was asleep, and they didn't want to wake him, so they went outside and got in the car. She then stated that she didn't think Dakota would drive off, but when he did, she asked him not to drive away and to take her back. His drink then spilled, and he got upset, grabbing her head and slamming it against the dashboard. She tried to push him away while he was trying to grab her. She was against the door when he grabbed her by her neck and back, trying to pull her near him. She then put her arm up to push him away, and he punched her elbow. She covered her face, thinking she was bleeding, and told him to take her home, which he finally did. He left her for a while, then came back and kept asking her to let him in. She wouldn't let him in, and then he proceeds to ask her, "You don't want to?" She was shocked he asked that after what had happened, especially if she was the aggressor as he claims. Taylor then goes on to state that if Dakota really felt threatened or if she had harmed him, he could have simply left her home like she'd asked him multiple times. He wouldn't have returned the next night and wouldn't be returning their son to her at the scheduled times. She also stated that he is 200 pounds and she is 95 pounds, that he has a history of creating these situations and there is a pattern of him sabotaging anything big or exciting happening with her life. She stated that the new season of her show coming out and the trailers for The Bachelorette starting to run has set him off. She was also told that he recently got a tattoo of her name in his mouth. Taylor submitted photos as well. A photo from February 27th of 2026 shows what appears to be a bruise on the forehead, as well as a bruising near the shoulder blade. Police say with that new information, they believe Dakota to be the primary aggressor in the second incident on February 23rd. But we're still not done. According to Draper PD, on March 17, 2026, Dakota called police saying that he wanted to provide more evidence, this time in regards to Taylor allegedly breaking his necklace. He said he didn't report the necklace being broken because it was at Taylor's house still. When he was asked to email police screen grabs of texts of her apologizing for breaking the necklace, Dakota sent this on March 18th to police instead. The messages are timestamped February 22nd at 15:13, and it is Taylor telling Dakota that Redacted, she wanted to apologize for this morning, and it makes her sad. It then skips ahead and Dakota talks about bringing Redacted over, and Dakota offers to bring her over food or anything. Taylor asks him to bring diapers, and that she will order him a new necklace for the 1000th time, and Dakota says that she did not have to do that, but thank you. There are no explanation or context about the necklace in the texts that are provided. The following day, investigators followed up with Dakota. This time, it's captured on Bodycam video.
Good. How about you, Dakota? Good to finally meet you, man, at least in person. No, it's okay. So I'm Detective Oakland, man. We've talked a lot on the phone.
Yeah, nice to meet
this
you.
is Sergeant Upchurch.
Nice to meet you guys.
We just wanted to come by. Like I said, we wanted to. Is this the truck you guys were in?
Yeah, this is the truck.
Okay.
And I think I told, was it you that I told I cleaned it?
No.
Like a lot of it, because it was just,
yeah.
But you can still even see, like.
It was soda or what was?
I don't even know what it was, dude. It was like 2 drinks or something, but you can still see it there and then on the roof a little bit, but.
I'm going to take some quick pictures of it that's left. Okay, and then.
Is that the only thing you had to clean up since then? Was just the soda?
Yeah, and then surprise, I haven't really looked at that thing, Because so my screen, she was kicking with her like feet like extremely hard. It's actually, I had no idea how that thing didn't break. And then even that thing there, she was like pushing
the middle console top thing.
The rear view mirror.
Oh, the rear view mirror.
But she was kicking that with her feet.
Oh, okay, the screen.
And then she was punching there.
Gotcha.
Dakota says he's communicated with Taylor directly, but as far as their son goes, they've been using a third party for custodial drop-offs. He tells the investigators he's worried about returning their son to Taylor that same night.
I want to play with it.
Hang on, no, you can't play with that. You can't play with that, buddy.
No, you're good. I appreciate letting us come out at kind of short notice. So.
No, absolutely. Yeah, if you guys need anything, whatever I can help with, I can do that.
I appreciate it. Like I said, not much more we need at this time. We're just kind of in a holding pattern, seeing what the city attorney wants to do, and just working with the attorneys to see how everything wants to proceed.
They still don't have like a date or anything?
Not that we know of. We're just, like I said, we're kind of reaching out and talking to them. And
my biggest thing right now is him.
Yeah.
And just obviously with just kind of everything coming out. So.
And DCFS has already reached out to you guys. And
and I just did a protective order thing.
Okay.
So because technically her day would be later tonight is when he would get him back. And so I think that's why I'm more nervous about everything, because her, the other kid's dad, he's taking them from her right now. So that makes me worried for him.
Okay. Yeah. So just work through.
Like
you're losing two, and
and
you don't want to lose one more.
If she's in a really bad place, I don't actually feel safe at all with that.
Okay. Yeah. No. Work through the protective order process and do what you need to on that.
Okay.
Until that's in place, you can work with DCFS and see if they can do like an emergency one.
So they can do something too.
You still have to go through the court, but see what they recommend, because I don't want to see you get in trouble with not returning them if there's no protective order in place. Because I don't want PD to have to come out here and be like, hey, look, it's her time. You need to deliver them. And she's pushing that when there's not one in place. So see what you can do. See.
Okay.
If
it does get approved today, because I'll find out today, they said. Is there any other steps I'd have to do?
Well, it'll essentially have to get served, and the Salt Lake County Constable's Office does that.
Will they do it the same day, or?
They can try. If it gets approved, you can talk to them and be like, hey, look, we have a custodial exchange today, and see if maybe they can have a deputy present to serve her at that time. But you'd have to work through that. So.
Okay.
How have you guys been doing custody transfers?
With this, we only did it one time now, or one time I feel like is all we've done it, I think, but it was through the sister.
Okay.
So, so that's how we've been doing it, which it's way better that way. And then so I'll just keep doing it that way too.
And then communication.
Zero.
If it's something that you guys have to communicate, there's something that's called a family wizard.
Yeah, we have it.
Yeah, that's where I do everything through. And that way you're avoiding issues with her of you possibly getting in trouble, and then her avoiding issues with her getting in further trouble. Because, again, our main job, we don't want to see this continue to go on. And if this is a way that prevents this from going on, preventing you from getting hurt, or preventing risk of anything else happening, that's honestly the best thing I've seen working. So.
It's Family Wizard.
It's Family Wizard, and then third-party drop-offs or in a recorded area. I agree, man. So.
Well, we'll let you get back to your son's birthday.
It was nice meeting
If
you.
you
guys need anything else, just let me know.
We'll do.
Thank you.
On March 20th, 2026, the city prosecutor provided investigators with an analysis of the case. According to police records, quote, she advised that neither Taylor or Dakota are credible witnesses, with both their statements being fraught with inconsistencies, such as Dakota's statement to 911 and Taylor saying that she had a bloody nose with no evidence of that being true. That Taylor most likely injured Dakota on February 22nd, ripping off his necklace and causing the scratch to his neck in the process. Dakota causing injuries to Taylor on February 23rd while in the truck because the injuries she sustained do not fit him pushing her off of him. The injuries are more consistent with him grabbing her head or neck and shoving her head against the dash, and that both parties are misrepresenting their behavior. Also, Dakota has told her that he has not spoken to DCFS, and when she had spoken with DCFS, they confirmed they had spoken to him several times. On April 14, 2026, Draper PD were informed by the DA's office they were declining to prosecute Taylor Frankie Paul or Dakota Mortensen. Their reasoning is a lack of sufficient evidence that proves this case beyond a reasonable doubt. We've since learned Secret Lives of Mormon Wives will resume filming soon. So see, Mom Talk can survive this time around. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Inside the Crime. I'm Elizabeth Millner, and we'll see you back here tomorrow with another case.